Welcome to Spotlight to Panama. Today, I'm joined by María Mavrokordatos, the Commercial Director of the Panama Clinic. We will discuss their approach to personalized care and how they cater to international patients. Maria, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for inviting me.
For those watching us from abroad, can you give them an overview of the Panama Clinic?
Of course. So the Panama Clinic is a private institution. It focuses on high complexity cases, but we do a little bit of everything. We do everything here in the hospital for medical services. We are a vertical hospital, so we're very unique to other hospitals in Central America and Latin America as a whole. We have 27 floors dedicated to all the medical needs of our patients. This is very interesting because we have a helicopter pad, and so this is perfect for all kinds of medical emergencies. We have received many patients via the heliport, so that's very interesting for international patients to know. We have 77 hospitalization rooms. We have 12 ICU units. We have 14 ORs, operating rooms. That is the most that any other hospital here in Panama has. So of course we cater to not only adults, but to children. We have a special area for children for all their emergencies and all their needs. And that's a little bit of the hospital. We are inside a complex called Pacific Center. And so inside of this complex, we have not only the hospital, but we have the Marriott Residence Inn, which is a fully functioning hotel for extended stays. So for our patients to come with their family members can stay there while their patients are getting treated. We have over 460 medical offices for all kinds of different doctors that come here and see their patients. And we have more than 1,200 accredited specialists that come to the hospital every single day to treat the patients.
Really impressive. You have a robust medical tourism program. What does this service involve?
Yes, of course. So we are the only hospital in Panama that has a true, robust, dedicated team for international patients. We have the office, the International Office for Medical Tourism, where we have received in the last 5 years thousands of international patients, not only from the United States, from Canada, from France, from all the Caribbean islands, from absolutely everywhere. And that is why this team is so important. Everyone in this team, there's 13 people in this team right now, they speak more than 2 languages.
Wow.
So it's really important. We speak French, Portuguese, Greek, we speak English, of course. Everyone in the team speaks English fluently, Spanish, of course, Arabic. We have Mandarin. So we really cater to the international patients because the most important part is to be able to communicate openly with the patients.
Of course.
Because in medical terms, it's very, very important. So what is the core of this department? The department is there to really help the patients not have any stress other than their medical stress, of course, because of their condition. That is why they're coming all the way to Panama to get treated. And so anything with the logistics, we take care of. So for instance, if they need to arrange their trip to Panama, we can arrange that. We have a VIP service in Tocumen International Airport that will receive the patients right outside the gate of the plane when they're coming off. So they're never lost in Tocumen. They're received right there. They have a VIP service all the way to immigration. They help them with the luggage. If they need a wheelchair or any other kind of accommodation, we do that for them. And then once they are outside of Tocumen, our international team will receive them and they will bring them straight here to the hotel where everything is already accommodated. If they have any special needs, of course, this hotel will cater to all of their needs. If they can't walk very well, we have a room for that. If they can't hear, if they can't see, everything is catered for international patients and their medical needs.
It's a really VIP service.
Yes, and everything is taken care of. We have a team we call them case managers, and so our international patients are never alone. They're always accompanied by a case manager.
Okay.
So if they have an appointment with a doctor, the case manager will go pick them up at the hotel. They will bring them back to the appointment with the doctor. If they need, they will stay with the patient in the room with the specialist, just in case they have any questions. We push them to ask more questions because we really want them to connect with their specialist and be able to be as comfortable as possible. And then we help them with absolutely everything after that. If they want to go see another specialist because now they're interested in other services. And during all of their stay, we are with them. And even when they go back, again, we book the VIP treatment in the airport, and so they go back home happy, safe, and everything is taken care of.
Congratulations. It's a wonderful service.
Yes, it's a lot of hard work, but it's a wonderful service, and it's worked really, really well.
Is the Panama Clinic working with the tourism sector to enhance the international patients' experience?
Yes, of course. So once the patients arrive here, of course, their companions also want to get to see Panama. They're going to stay here for a couple days or weeks or even months. Yes. And so they really want to be able to see our culture and everything that Panama has to offer. So we have plans with tourism groups that help us make sure that they have everything that they need to get to see the country. And what we do as a hospital, because of course sometimes the patients want to go too, we need to make sure that they have everything for these patients, because sometimes patients are not able to walk or they don't have everything that they need. So we make sure that these tourism tours have everything, specialized cars, if they have any special dietary needs, that they can comply with whatever the doctor orders. So that's number one. And then what we've seen with patients, with international patients, is that they really do love Panama. And so they always want to come back. And we, of course, help them with that as well.
Maria, what advantages does Panama offer to international patients seeking for medical treatment?
Of course, Panama has so many advantages. First and foremost, Panama is very safe. I know a lot of people don't think this is important, but other countries that are near us that do medical tourism, they are not so safe. And so that is something that patients really worry about. And so that's first and foremost. Also, we are the hub of the Americas. There's so many flights that come in and out of Panama, which is wonderful. We have the dollar, which means that there's no issue with the exchange rate that you see in other countries. You always know what you're paying and what you're receiving. Obviously, the medical services here are more affordable than countries like the United States, and so that is also an advantage. Our doctors are mostly trained abroad, so if it's the United States, if it's Canada, if it's Europe, they're usually trained abroad, so they come with so much knowledge from other countries.
The weather?
Of course, the weather, it's beautiful and sunny. Even when it's raining, it's sunny.
Yes,
so it's beautiful. There are many advantages, and I think it's really the perfect place for medical tourism for international patients.
I also can say that the people, it's other of the advantages here in Panama, because we are warm, right?
We are warm, and we really do care in the hospital about humanizing medical services. Usually you don't see that in other countries because patients are just numbers. For us, it's not like that. We really want to make sure you and your loved ones are taken care of.
What key aspects of the Panama Clinic services set it apart from other hospitals in the region?
Well, there are many different aspects that we have here in this hospital. For one, we have a lot of technology. We invested in a lot of technology once we opened, and we keep investing. We have the only FDA-approved surgery robot, which is the Da Vinci robot. It's a wonderful piece of technology that helps patients get their services in a minimally invasive way. So it's great for their treatment and it's great for their results.
Yes.
We have the Artemis robot, which is great for diagnosing prostate cancer because then patients don't have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is with an ultrasound, and they have to get pinched many times and it's very painful.
Yeah.
And this way, it's a great piece of technology. We have the PET scan. It's one of the only ones in the region in Central America, and so we have a lot of patients that come from abroad to also receive their scans. We have an MRI 3 Teslas, which is also very rare in Panama. And yeah, we have a lot of technology. Also, something that is wonderful about where we are located in our facilities is that we have so many other services to offer in the complex. So for instance, inside the complex, we have not only the hotel, but we have a theater, we have a cinema, we have a bowling alley, we have supermarkets, restaurants, everything. So patients, you know, if they're here for extended times, their companions can shop, they can eat, they can do so many different things, and they don't have to be bored in a hospital setting.
Of course.
And so it's very different.
Maria, what types of treatments or procedures are the most sought by your international patients?
Of course. First and foremost, there's 5 specialties that a lot of international patients come here to get. Number 1 is oncology services. So anything to do with cancer, we are their center of preference here in Panama. Second, we have neurosurgery. So a lot of patients come with special needs and they need to get treatment here and surgery here. We have a great group of neurosurgeons in the hospital. Additionally, we have orthopedic surgery, so anything like hip replacements, knee replacements, arthroscopies, those kinds of procedures. Additionally, we have ophthalmology. We are the only hospital in Panama that has an ophthalmology center located here. Usually they're not inside hospitals. And so patients come from abroad to get corneal transplants. We're the only hospital in Panama that does this procedure.
Wow.
It has been very successful and it has been a beautiful program to be a part of because patients go from not seeing at all to seeing, and it's very beautiful.
Are there any new technologies or innovations that Panama Clinic is planning to implement soon?
Yes, so we have been recently accredited to start our bone marrow transplant procedures. So we just recently got this accreditation. We are so proud. It was so difficult to get because in Panama there's only one place where you can get this services, so it's in the public sector. And so for patients that come from abroad, they wouldn't be able to have that opportunity. And so for patients that that come here to get their procedures done, they would either have to, or people that live here, they would have to either go to the public sector, and of course it's not the same as getting it in the private sector, or they would have to travel abroad and be away from their family members for a really long time. So obviously that's also very difficult for the psyche of the patient. And so now finally we're gonna have this service in Panama, in the Panama Clinic.
Wow.
We have officially opened our transplant unit. It is in the 18th floor of this hospital. It's beautiful. We have 3 rooms that are fully equipped for all the needs of these patients that will of course be in constant watch by our staff and doctors.
Wonderful. Maria, Panama is growing so fast. Is the Panama Clinic considering expanding its services to other locations in Panama?
Yes, we are. We do have plans of expansion. I can't say, but do stay tuned because there are big plans for the Panama Clinic and all the expansions that we have in store.
So when you are ready to communicate this great news, please call me.
Of course, we'll do episode number 2.
How does the Panama Clinic ensure that the quality of its services aligns with international standards?
Well, yes. So quality is the backbone of the Panama Clinic. So when we were building this hospital 5 years ago, we followed all of the JCI guidelines. And so we have started to operate as a JCI accredited hospital. As you can see, there's a lot of natural light. That's part of the JCI guidelines. And so everything has been structured to follow these guidelines. And next year, we're going to start the JCI accreditation. Meanwhile, we because we are so invested in international patients. We have been accredited by Demos. This is a German accreditation that focuses on international patients and medical tourism. We have been accredited now for 2 years, and it's very difficult to get. They came here and they reviewed absolutely everything in our hospital for many, many days.
Okay.
We had to show absolutely everything of how we operate and what we do, and we passed, and it was really, really great. And so now our international patients can rest assured that we have everything in place for them.
Maria, thank you so much for having me today.
Of course, thank you for inviting me, and it was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel as we continue exploring the best Panama has to offer. See you soon.